Hello everybody, it's vanburman here and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with my Arsenal career mode. Now, first game we're kicking off with is against Crystal Palace at home, and just trying to remember what I was going to say here. I've forgotten. So I decided to go for a slightly weakened team, as in just trying to give some players a run out, just because that's right. I've had Xhaka and Francis Coquelin both wanting game time. Giroud as well, to be fair, but well, none of them have been overly upset by it. The Giroud thing, he obviously recognises that Mario Icardi is playing really well. He didn't really give me too much issues, to be fair. I didn't get issues from Coquelin or Xhaka either. Coquelin wants to go out on loan, as I may have mentioned in the last episode, and Xhaka is happy that the reason I'm leaving him out is because Ramsey's playing well. So he's not too upset by that. He sort of takes the stance that he understands why we're doing that. I'm trying to see who I picked here. Yeah, I did pick a fairly weakened team. It's really hard to leave out Ryan Sessegnon at the minute, because he has been playing really well. I don't know why. I mean, he's a very young player, but he seems to do pretty well. So we get into the highlights here, and I've got to say, this game is probably one of the most commanding performances I think I have ever witnessed on Football Manager. Well, not ever witnessed, but I've witnessed in this particular career mode. We played exceptionally well, to be honest. As soon as the highlights load, you will see. We just dominated pretty much everything. Dominated possession, dominated the shots. As you can see there, scored an absolutely lovely goal. It was really, really nice finish. And unfortunately, we don't score enough of them. Icardi got a goal, which is always nice. And then a penalty. I think Icardi actually got fouled for that penalty anyway, but he is my designated penalty kick taker. He's got the highest stats, so that's fine. But the issue that I'm having, and I bemoan this quite often, is we just can't seem to keep clean sheets. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a really nice goal, and I just don't think we defended well enough for it, though. But Sessegnon with the cross in again. I don't know if he actually got an assist for that. I don't think he did. Obviously, it bounced off a couple of defenders before Icardi put it in. But it was good play by Sessegnon anyway to find him. But you just got to look at those stats, and that pretty much tells the whole story. I haven't got to do much talking when it comes to that particular scoreline. But Icardi with a hat-trick, which was absolutely amazing. I know it was only against Crystal Palace at home, but you've still got to put them away. And just for clarification as to how well he is doing, that's his current stats at that particular time. So, whenever someone's got more goals and appearances in the league, they're doing pretty well. And I feel like this will continue. So then we go on to our match against Club Brugges. Now, it's worth noting that, obviously, if me and Paris Saint-Germain both win, we'll both have qualified through to the next round. So, I mean, it sort of went how I thought it would do, me and Paris Saint-Germain being the two teams that would be going through. It's fairly obvious, really, unless anything calamitous happened. So I was asked before the match as well if Sanchez was going to play, but he's only really just come back from injury, so I didn't think it was really right to play him in there. And once again, I wanted to try and give a couple of guys a run out if possible. But the issue with that is a lot of my younger players are not registered for the Champions Cup matches, which I think is my fault because I do actually have a couple of spots open. But anyway, regardless, I picked the best team the best rotated team that I thought, mainly because obviously we also have a match at the weekend. The next match after this is against Leicester. And some players did deserve a run out and hadn't actually been given, a chance. There is one mistake I did make though, and I did rectify this through the game, is that I should have played Giroud. So I should have started with Giroud rather than Icardi, just to give him a chance. But Giroud did come on at 45 minutes. Which Icardi wasn't playing particularly well anyway. But this is a game, once again, that we dominated, but it was really frustrating because we struggled to put Brugges away. Not that they posed really any threat. I mean, the goal was scored early on. As you can tell, Mustafi put it in, and it was a really weak defending by the goalkeeper. I should say I've got the key highlights here, so just because there wasn't many goals, so I just thought it would be better to show you a bit more of a plethora of what had gone on in the game. But yeah, it was all a bit pedestrian. We're a bit sort of lacking our finishing touch in the game. Like I said, I did take Icardi off at half time, but just stuff like that with Chamberlain, where he's gone for the shot with the header rather than knocking it back across goal. I think this was the goal, actually, yeah. So Giroud set up the goal, and Santi Cazorla put it away, which is, for this, so far in this episode, he's actually been scoring goals and helping out the team. But yeah, it was domination, but we made difficult work of it, and the possession was only 50-50 as well. But the amount of chances we made in this game and against Crystal Palace, I think we're up to nearly 50 chances for those two games, 50 shots, sorry, which is quite a lot. Our percentage to getting them on target is a little bit low. But as you can see, we did qualify for the Champions League, like I suspected, and we're just ahead of Paris Saint-Germain as well. Well, you'll see that later on, by one goal on goal difference. So it will come down to us versus PSG as to who will go through. So now we come to our away match against Leicester City. They're 14th in the table. They're obviously the champions of England, but they're not doing particularly well. So now's a good time to play them. And I think on my other save, Leicester aren't doing that well either. They're sort of hovering around mid-table, a little bit higher than 14th. And I see I had to play, or I did play, sorry, quite a few of the guys that played midweek, which it does seem to take a bit of a toll on the players sometimes. You know, they get a bit of a sluggish start, but I decided to actually play Sanchez in this one, which was a difficult decision because before his injury he wasn't playing very well at all. He's only had 3 assists this season and that's been it, and his average rating has been a lot lower than a lot of other players, you know, that I would like to give chances to. So it's one of those where, you know, you do have to pick him at some point and give him the chance to show that he is good enough. But he's obviously, his morale is really low. He's unhappy. He doesn't feel like I strengthened. I should say Carl Jenkinson's back from injury, so I've placed him back into the first team. Not that I plan on playing him too much. I mean, I've got Bellerin and Paslak now, so I don't really need another right back. But we'll see how that develops. May look to offload him in January or send him out on loan or something for now. I also am focusing on trying to give Coquelin and Xhaka game time as much as I would like to play Tielemans. I just think he's a bit weak at times, Tielemans, especially defensively. That's a bit of an issue there with the recording. I apologise for that. So we got into the game and it went a fair bit better than I had first feared, but as you can see, it took a while. You know, we obviously scored that goal in the 40th minute. It was a really good play by Theo there to find Sanchez. But yeah, up until that point, we were looking pretty poor, to be honest. Icardi finds Theo there. Theo puts it away quite calmly. And from then on, after we scored that second goal, it was pretty much bagged up at that point. We were dominating the game, really taking it to Leicester. They did rally a little bit towards the end, but it was too little, too late. And I've got to say, what a ball that is by Ismail. And I was thinking, is Icardi going to put it away? But it was really weak goalkeeping there by Schmeichel. So, and this one, I thought we'd nullified the danger when we put Vardy out wide, but somehow he's nutmegged one of the defenders and found Vardy, sorry. No, Ulloa? Yeah. And it was a really good finish, so I can't be too upset. But you look at the amount of chances again, 24 chances, so, you know, that's nearly 75 chances in 3 games, which shows a great attacking intent. I know we've only played weaker teams, quote unquote, but just to score the amount of goals we're scoring and playing the football we're playing is really satisfying at the minute. And you can see Icardi's got 11 goals now in 9 games. So, and what more can I say? Been probably one of the best signings thus far I've ever made in the first season, and has performed in the first season of the Football Manager game I've played. So we are currently second on goal difference, though. Obviously, we expect Manchester United to win, so there'll be 3 of us up in the top tier of the Premier League and qualifying for the Champions League. So just looking forward, we're going to play 2 games in the next one. I'm also going to do a little segment on loan players and that sort of stuff in the next episode as well, just to fill the episode out, and then we'll have some couple of live games. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.